Cheers!
Welcome to Movie Bitches.
Episode 36. So, tonight we're reviewing...
Another musical.
Another musical. Annie. So there were some obvious changes.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Not to the music. I feel like this was the perfect opportunity to make those songs, like, hip again. And, like, cool.
Yeah.
And I figured with Jay-Z producing it and Will Smith producing it, like, that they might have contributed to the music, but I can't imagine that they did because it is so bad. It's just auto-tuned, and then there's like an orchestra, so
and
it's
Clueless.
Really
it's like
off the mark. It's very bizarre.
So, okay, I had a ton of problems with this movie, like 1,000, but there are a couple that are the biggest.
Okay.
So, the first biggest is that I feel like this movie was kind of trapped in this limbo between not really deciding to do something different and not doing just a new version of the old one.
Right.
It was like, we're going to change it, but only a little.
Just a tiny bit.
And it's like, well, no, make it your own. Do something different with it, at least, if you're going to change it. The other, like, my huge problem with this movie.
Yes.
So, Annie is black.
Yes.
Cool.
Fine.
However, the entire movie, I kept sitting there uncomfortable and being like, good Lord, this movie is like it was written by a bunch of like 30-year-old white people who are like, oh, well, she's black, Annie, so she's gotta like thump her like chest and like click a little.
I would agree with you, but I would say that they're 55-year-old white men.
Then the female writer is 47 years old, and she wrote 27 Dresses, and I don't know how she does it.
No.
Yeah. She also wrote Devil Wears Prada, which I love Devil Wears Prada.
Right.
But maybe she was in her element with that one.
Yeah, because it did feel like... Wait a minute. Now that you say that, it really did... Wait, I'm having like a revelation.
Yes.
Oh my god, okay, so it really felt like this was a rom-com and that Annie and Daddy Warbucks were gonna fall in love. When you think about it. Okay, wait, go with me on this. Annie is constantly running everywhere, just like every protagonist in a rom-com. Oh my god, I'm so cute, I run everywhere I go, right? Right?
Then she clumsily runs into him, and he saves her.
Saves her life. Then he's super rich and a bachelor. I mean, there was no weird sexual chemistry, but like, it's the plot of a rom-com.
That is. And they fell in love in the end.
And it had the tone of
a rom-com. It had the same montages.
That just blew my own mind.
That is really weird and creepy.
Really weird.
Basically, she applied rom-com structure and formulas.
Tone.
It was.
And Cameron Diaz was her bitchy friend who was sabotaging her relationship. Oh my god.
Weird.
Things just got real.
That is called bad writing right there.
Yeah.
Really awful script.
That makes perfect sense. Like, that's why the tone didn't make any sense. And you were like, why aren't I having fun? Oh, right. This 10-year-old is in a rom-com. What?
I mean, it was just so tone deaf and so, like, self-unaware.
In more ways than one, it was very tone deaf.
True, especially when Cameron Diaz was on screen.
Sun'll come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow.
She is clueless. She is horrible.
She can't sing.
She
can't sing. I mean, there's a reason they dubbed her in The Mask with someone else. That's not her singing. Because she can't. She can't sing.
She
also can't play a drunk.
Nope.
It just really... If you wanted to, like, figure out, like, okay, why does the 1980s Annie work and why does this one not work? It lives and dies with the difference between Carol Burnett and Cameron Diaz.
Absolutely.
Because she's so not funny, but she's not biting either. She's
she's not engaging at all.
Weird, like, banshee Brooklyn girl who's like a hood, but she's Cameron Diaz, and It's really weird.
It was so weird. And it was
just not funny.
No, and it was
just
so unnecessary.
Yeah.
And it's like, why? No one's going to be like, oh, I want to go see that new Cameron Diaz movie, Annie.
Yeah, right?
Like, you know?
That was no one's
It's like,
reason.
no one cares if Cameron Diaz is in this or not. No, but they could have done like Kristen Chenoweth.
Mm-hmm.
They could have done...
Oh, you mean someone who is a skilled singer?
Is it an actual singer? I don't understand the theme or the what is happening with all of these movie musicals,
right?
Casting actors who aren't singers.
But no one, except Cameron Diaz, was worse than Bobby Cannavale, who plays the PR guy.
Yeah.
Who is desperately clinching for anyone to just chuckle at him.
I don't know.
He's so desperate and manic and insane on camera,
Yeah.
but not in a like, what's happening? I'm interested. This is crazy. Just in a like, oh.
Yeah, it's like so clearly desperate.
They like the fact that he saved a little girl from getting hit by a van. Some guy recorded it, put it on the internet. Check it out. Oh, I'm a little girl who doesn't see where I'm going. Well, look, I bumped into the future mayor of New York who just saved my life.
I was really sad because, okay, even though, granted, the original 1980 Annie has its problems. It's mildly racist. Mm-hmm. But Punjab was my favorite person in that movie.
It's true.
I loved him as a kid.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to have Punjab be my butler and hang out with me. Like, I love him or whatever. And they totally got rid of that in this.
Yes.
Punjab is just a driver.
Yes.
Kind of.
He was like a driver bodyguard, I guess.
They cannot levitate plants across the room, and I was very disappointed.
I mean, the whole thing was just like a disjuncted mess. Is that a word?
Disjuncted. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't think so.
Everything was just fractured.
Mm-hmm.
And nothing really fell or made any sense. It didn't fall into place at all.
So they get the dog. And they say, what are you going to name her?
And then the dog is like constantly
running
going
around,
crazy.
And
Yeah.
Jamie Foxx goes, God, she's like a hurricane. And Annie goes, let's name her Sandy.
Awful.
That was maybe the most
Tasteless.
The most inappropriate of the humor.
Tasteless.
Just
I mean, again, there was like this weird, pedantic, like humor, slapstick-ish humor that just was such a failure.
yeah, it was so off the mark because it was a rom-com. This movie is a rom-com.
It is.
With a 10-year-old.
It's a rom-com with a 10-year-old.
That's what it was.
And some music videos.
And some music videos with people that can't sing.
Yep.
I really just want to watch the original one.
I do too. It's on Netflix. I'm gonna do it.
Is it?
Yeah.
Fabulous.
This movie was beyond bad.
Like, it was written by the wrong people. It was cast poorly. It was really bad. I wouldn't recommend it.
I would give it a 3.
Oh, wow.
I really hated it.
Wow.
It was so awful in so many regards. It was terrible.
I found it boring and tonally confusing and not a fun musical.
No.
Like, if the actual scenes are going to be bad, at least have the music be fun.
At least have the musical numbers be good.
The music wasn't even fun.
Nope, the music was terrible.
I wouldn't recommend it.
No, they ruined a classic. Go watch the old one on Netflix.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Seriously. Cheers to Carol Burnett.
Yes.
She's fantastic.
She is. And Tim Curry.
And Tim Curry and Bernadette Peters. And Punjab.
Oh.